Good evening, everybody. Good evening. We're waiting on a couple of attendees to get on here. Uh, yeah. I gotta wait till absentee gets concealed. We also got Jay. I'm gonna add him in here. Jay, I don't know if you've got your.
Yeah, I can hear you now, loud and clear. I mean,
oh my God! It only took us about 45 minutes.
it's a true story. I was like, what the hell? Then he's doing like charades, like walking, and then he's jamming his thumb into a hole or something. And I was like, I don't know where he's going with that.
No.
What the fuck?
Hey, it's like this. Foot. Your ass.
Hey, you never know. I mean, I didn't know if you were flirting with me or what. I mean,
well, nowadays you never know.
You never know. I mean, look at that Fruit Loop that went into his school. I mean, yeah, look at that piece of work.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more tonight because there's a lot of information that came out. T, you walked into.
Yeah, I walked into something. I'm going, damn.
Well, we've been trying to get. I could hear him fine, but he couldn't hear me, so I got to make several hand gestures.
I was getting concerned. I mean, I was.
Well, good news is, everybody.
Good night. Where's he going?
Ranger Jay finally got his Obama phone in the mail, so he's got some internet connection up under that rock that he lives in. So, you know.
Desperate times require desperate measures, huh, Jay?
Hey, you got to combat these gas prices somehow.
You all pixelated, or is it me?
What?
He said, "Are we pixelated?"
You were coming in all broken and stupid on my end.
Well,
I don't know, dude. I got nothing.
You're getting all pixelated, so I don't know. It's been goofy here lately.
That's fine. We're gonna make it through it.
You need to stop letting them damn squirrels chew them wires.
I'm on data. I mean, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not on Wi-Fi.
All right.
Not on the Wi-Fi. All right. So, good evening, everybody. It's good to see y'all. I know there's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now, but we are going to talk about gun laws a little bit, and the narrative is always being kind of pushed on this situation, and it's terrible that they're taking a tragic situation such as this and trying to float their own propaganda.
Is it me or is it really quiet?
It's just you. Get my stuff centered up. Yeah, it's just you, Jay. Let me send him a private chat.
For fuck's sake.
You see what I typed in there, T?
Oh, damn.
Sorry, y'all, with the background comedy. If y'all want to be part of that, just come on the show.
That's it. We got plenty of seats.
You ain't lying. I think I can hold up to like 16 or something like that. We just have a grand old time.
Hell, if we don't have any levity, what's the point?
Hey. Anyway, but yeah, we're going to talk about gun laws, and I hate that they're using it for that narrative. They just, I don't know. And instead of having a condoning and actually heartfelt speech, Sliding Biden decided that he would just come out and just go ahead and get the narrative rolling that they need. They're trying to get a bipartisan bill going through and all kinds of crazy stuff. let me explain something to everybody about gun laws. The only people that gun laws help is criminals.
Yep.
If you don't believe it, I can talk about several cities and stuff that's got the highest murder, death, kill rate in the United States, and they have gun laws more than others, right?
Mhm.
So I don't know all the detailed laws about Chicago. I do know that most of the major cities in Illinois have bans on ARs, and guess what? Guess what? Most of the killings occur from in those cities, ARs, right? So what does that tell you? The law-abiding citizens that live in those areas, of course, they're following the rules, right? For the most part, they don't have that particular type of weapon, but guess who does? The criminals, right? So why would they follow the rules? What? I mean, man, Jay's out. He gone.
Damn.
But he'll be back. He's out there probably putting some tinfoil on his antennas or something. But y'all remember that
Damn.
old rabbit ears. But yeah, so and it's a common thing, and usually that's where most of your things seem to occur, most of your criminalistic activities, and it's places where they know people can't defend themselves. I mean, it's a proven fact. It's been tried and tried and tried over 100 years, but it never ever comes out the way they think. Because if you start implementing all these gun laws, right, you got all these law-abiding citizens, that's going to just leave the people that go with the law on the bad side of things.
Yeah.
Where does a person go that wants to commit crime? They're going to go where the least opposition is at. It's a proven fact. Okay, I've like I said earlier, we've done some digging, a little more digging into this scenario that happened in Texas. Very, very heartfelt situation. I shared a post in a private chat with everybody that's in our group. I think the title of it was 232 students or something like that. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But my wife shared that with me, and she read it to me. And when it got closer to the end, I kind of got goosebumps and a little teary-eyed. And if you don't, then you don't have a heart. I mean, it's sad. Something as innocent, as those children that they were talking to, they knew what happened. But through all of that, they still took time to pray. And one of them even asked forgiveness for the shooter. I mean, how I know we all got anger in our heart and everything like that, but if you truly believe in what we preach, then you believe in forgiveness on all levels, even though it's completely sad. But anyway, I'm gonna kind of kick off of that because, like I said, it is very, very heart touching, if I can say it that way. If you read the whole thing, it is a pretty long thing. I may end up posting that in the description here, that way everybody could see it. But yes, I did see that, Cat, that the husband of the one of the teachers happened to pass away today from a heart attack, and I firmly believe that it's from a broken heart. It does happen. I've seen that occur on several occasions. And I did not know that at least 4 children without their parents. See, that's, oh my God. I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine.
Mm.
So you got 4 children with no parents. And I don't even know how old he was. I don't think he was at the age to be worried about a heart attack, but you can never imagine the due stress that guy was probably going through, to just stay in that situation. But So what do you think, T? Let's have a discussion about these gun laws, and we'll get some feedback from the chat. So do you think implementing all these gun laws and everything, you think that's going to be a fix?
I think it's a crock of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, gun laws are not going to do anything. there's already law. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Gun laws, all they do is impede the citizens, the law-abiding citizens. It's just like that one guy that got interviewed in Buffalo after that happened, and he said, their hands are tied because they can't have a weapon. And, that's exactly, Chiroc's a perfect example of a gun-free area. That whole state's eat up. And if I'm not mistaken, and you guys can fact check me, I believe Chiroc's got the highest murder rate in the country.
That's correct.
So, I'm sure that Mayor Beetlejuice is proud of that. And I hope she continues to push all her jackass agendas that work so well and make it, Chiroc the beautiful city it is. But, this stuff's not going to help. All it's going to do is make soft targets everywhere. That's why criminals go to places that are soft target. They're like water. They look for the path of least resistance. I've said this time and time again. And, until you start hardening places instead of making soft targets everywhere, you're not going to stop this shit.
Right.
And go ahead. I'm sorry.
And it's going to play off of that, right? If you turn everything into a hard project, and I watched Fox News last night, and they were on point. I watched Hannity. If y'all don't watch him, check him out. He had, I can't even remember that guy's name, but he used to be on the View or the Five or some shit like that. Guy wears glasses. Lucky should be the Monopoly guy. I can't remember his name. But anyway, they brought this guy on there that actually specializes in making what's called cased entrances for schools. Right?
Okay.
Now, what is a cased entrance? That means that anybody to come in there, you have to go through one locked door into a lobby setting, and then you have to wait to be buzzed into the second portion of it. All right. And there's somebody at all times controlling it during the entire duration of the school openings. All right. So the answer, in my personal opinion, and some people may not believe this or support this, taking the guns away from civilians is not the answer. Now, if you apply opposition at these locations, right, you put armed guards or whatever the case may be. Personally, here we have sheriffs that stay on campus all the time. All right. Is that enough? No, you never think that it's ever going to be enough to protect our children, right? And that's the fact. So this person, just going back and researching it, strolled into this elementary school without any opposition whatsoever. Zero. All right. Now, there are some schools in our nation that have armed and trained faculty, teachers, or facilitators, right? And there's no shootings happening at these places. Now you can go and verify that. That is facts. All right. So I did actually research that. I looked up a list of schools that do that, and I looked up how many times they've had school shootings, and it's 0 to 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're talking about. Is if somebody has no opposition, anything that's going to hinder their heinous criminalistic ideas, then they're going to go. That's where they're going to go. You never hear about somebody saying that they're just going to go to a random parking lot at 3 a.m. and just shoot somebody randomly, right? That's not the way their mind works. They're going to go somewhere where there's they get their 15 minutes of fame at ease. And I talked about this on the last live stream. I do believe that the way that media has upended our nation as far as making everybody think that there's just no repercussions, that you should be able to get your fame no matter how you retrieve that. And that's terrible. I don't give a damn about being famous. I'm sure Absentee doesn't. And I'm sure many of you don't. I mean, if I do get famous, I want it to be for something heroic, right? Like saving this nation or something like that, but I don't want it to be for some crazy activity of going and doing some stupid shit like that. But that's the mindset that we're in. Now, here's the thing about that shooter. You know, they try to claim that he didn't have any mental illnesses prior. I have to beg to differ. Okay. I've seen some pictures, right? And I also seen a report from one of his friends that remained nameless. This is one of his local friends that said that one of the things that this asshat used to enjoy doing is going around shooting people with BB guns. Like traveling around and shooting people with BB guns.
Yeah.
You don't think it was already in his mind?
I'm thinking somewhere somebody dropped the ball of not being aware of this shit back. Just saying.
Yeah. And then 30 minutes prior to him entering that school, he actually messaged someone and told them that he just shot his grandmother in the face and that he's going to shoot the school up. Okay?
Yep.
Another thing is I found out that he was not going to be able to get his diploma this year. He failed to meet the criteria for graduation. So there's some hostility there. I also found out that he had quit working at I believe it was Taco Bell's where he was working at. So 2 weeks he hadn't been there. And then the people that worked with him said that he was always a loner and he didn't verbally conversate with anybody. They actually labeled him as a friendless individual. So I don't know about y'all, but when I'm kind of generally in an area, you know, and it's a common practice we use in my line of work, and it's called FFD, which is fitness for duty, right? So you kind of pay attention to people's their rhythms, their mannerisms, and you kind of see what they do and kind of pay attention to them. If I've got somebody that's dark and ominous and kind of hanging out by herself and just being all out weird as shit, that's going to bring attention.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, hey, you know, I'm going to go over there and kind of try to talk to this person. Say, are you all right? Is your cheese still on your cracker? I mean, is everything good? You know, kind of see what's going on with them. And the thing is usually when somebody is like that, you know, and usually if you get a feeling that somebody is off-putting, they usually are. Something's going on. Something is going on. And like I said earlier, I know the reason that I found out that he was with his grandmother is because he and his mother had a falling out 2 weeks prior or something like that, a prior falling out. So that's the reason he was there. What he's saying.
So not to cut you off, but so his mother lives in the States.
It does not say that. It just it's not giving details. It just says that he was with his grandparents after a falling out with his mother.
Okay.
I'll dig into it a little further. I was reading an article right before we got on here, but
no problem.
So there's definitely some hate and discontent already boiling up. You know, I mean, this kid had a lot of shit going on, right? Him and his mother's not getting along. All right. He's having a bad work relationship. He's riding around shooting people with damn BB guns, and then he's going to fail to graduate, right? So there's just a whole lot of things compiled into one, and nobody keyed in on this. Nobody. Zero. And I know you've seen some of the pictures, T. Yeah.
Yeah, that dude was a fry short of a Happy Meal.
Yeah, they're disturbing.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing. I mean, let's just go back, 15 years. Sandy Hook, the dudes involved there. Okay, that should have been flagged. The Stoneman Douglas High School in Florida, they should have been flagged. And in some of these cases, they'd actually been interviewed multiple times, but weren't on nobody's radar. How the hell does that happen? Okay. This nut job in Buffalo, same deal. Okay. Just humor me for a minute. We consider somebody going to a damn school board meeting a domestic terrorist, and we'll devote each and every resource we have to make sure that we stop those domestic terrorists showing up at those school board meetings concerned about how their children are being taught. But we can't dedicate resources to follow up with people who are being reported as having issues or being harmful to themselves or their community. Are you shitting me?
Exactly. Well, you remember what we said on the last live? You know, if you go in there and put a damn meme on there about a congressperson or the president, you know, you get blocked off of there within minutes, right?
Yep.
But you can go in there and post all kinds of shit about going and committing a heinous crime or threats towards another race or whatever case might be, and nothing happens.
Nope.
Zero.
Nope. You're right. Spot on.
I mean, that jackass in New York, he had been telling people he was going to do something.
Yeah.
I mean, he even told them, "Hey, I'm gonna put this on the stream." You know, I mean, how in the hell did that get missed? I don't understand it. You can't make it make sense. So the thing is, we're sitting here, you know, as a nation and our trusting government, right? You'll never hear that shit said again. But our trusting government is sending money to other nations. You know, they're spending money on electric cars, solar panels, just crazy stuff. They're padding their own pockets, using COVID resources for stuff that it's not used for. But they can't pay the states to support the security of our most cherishable things, which is our children. They can't protect that. I mean, it's real simple. It's an easy fix. And the thing is, you got so much, you know, hate and discontent that's coming from our government now against each other. They're so worried about putting a bill through so they can hide other shit in this bill, right? So that's what they do, in case y'all haven't figured that out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I was writing a bill and I said, okay, we're going to write this bill that says you can't have a green laptop. It's only going to take one paper to say that, one page, and it's going to say, U.S. citizens can't have a green laptop. It's not going to be 1,344 pages. You know, it's not going to have something in there about inventing a water sink stopper or a new hammer or some shit like that, right? So why do they do that? Why do they hide bills in there? But that's what they do. That's exactly what they do, and people don't realize that. And you know, they try to pass these bills in the middle of the night when nobody's paying attention. We don't know about it until it's too late.
Yep.
You turn on the news and they tell you, oh, you're no longer allowed to drink from a water hose. That's a cardinal sin with the flying Biden situation. You know, you just never know. And y'all, I'm just using a bunch of scenarios because there's so much bullshit that's came out. I can't keep up with all of it. But the thing is, we need to protect our children. And I know it's sad that we have to think of this. We shouldn't be in a nation where we have to worry about stuff like that. But unfortunately, the great free United States that everybody is so heinous about coming to and being a part of and stuff like that has absolutely turned to shit. And I can't say it any nicer than that. Sugarcoating is not in my blood, nor will it be. I do not compensate for people's feelings, so I do apologize in advance. But it's terrible. Now, what's the 2 ways to fix it? Okay, let's get some more strict criminal laws, right? You got somebody that just robbed a 7-Eleven. They've been in jail for, 8 hours. They're back out on the street. Okay. And then also it seems to me like the people that can get guns for at the most ease is the criminals. And like I said, your most gun-ridden lost cities is the ones that has the most criminals or the most killings. I mean, can you not see the pattern there? The numbers match. I mean, you look up the numbers. And I played a sound bite earlier, and I may play it here again in a minute because it's pretty important. They don't report how many lives have been saved by somebody having a weapon. They don't report that. I think last year it was over 2,000 women actually saved themselves by brandishing the firearm. And I mean, I can look these numbers up to be exact, but I mean, it's there. But anyway, sorry, T. Back to you.
You're good. You're good. We're all on the same page, brother. I mean, this is such a. Sometimes I feel like we're beating a dead horse. So like I've been watching clips of, Beto O'Rourke make a fool of himself, which is easy to do. I mean, never mind. I'm not even gonna go off on that tangent. But I have to give props to the mayor of that town. For those of you who have not watched that video of him showing his ass during that teleconference or news conference or whatever they were having in that school gymnasium, the mayor got up in his ass and they had his ass escorted out by law enforcement. The only thing that would have made it better is if somebody had, accidentally caught him across the jaw with a damn asp. I would have enjoyed that, but that didn't happen. But yeah, if you hadn't seen that video, you need to watch it just for the humor of seeing him get put in his place. But
well, good. People should do that. What's up,
Yeah.
Live Freedom?
yeah, I mean, it wasn't just a couple of cops kind of saying, "Look, I got to do this." I mean, I don't know if these guys were detectives, state police, what they were. They were plainclothes, but up on the stage, and they came at him. And then there was some law enforcement on the floor that came and got him. And they weren't brooking no bullshit with him. It's like, you're leaving. And that's what needs to start happening. Stop giving these people a forum to get out there and talk their shit. If they want to peddle that garbage, they can peddle it somewhere else. They're not going to use, a tragic event like this to peddle propaganda and their fucked up views, because that's what they are.
Absolutely. I could not agree with you more. And the thing is they sit there and preach all this propaganda and stuff. They preach gun laws, gun laws, gun laws. Let me tell you who's allowed to have guns in their eyes, right? So the president's guards, security, they're allowed to have them, right?
Yep.
Okay. So congressmen and congresswomen, guess what? Their guards get to have them. All right. Governors, their guards get to have them. Celebrities, sporting events have armed guards. Jewelry stores, banks, office buildings, factories, and courtrooms, right? But our school is they're not warranted to have protection, or our civilians are not warranted to be able to protect themselves. How does that make sense?
It doesn't. Zero
at all. No sense at all. So rules for thee, rules not for me, right?
Yep.
That's the way it goes. So I tell you what, when Congress and the governors and the presidents give up theirs, I'll give up mine.
Yep.
That's my deal. That's my compromise.
Yep.
And then I want all of those to stroll down the damn streets of Chirac at midnight and then tell me something.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I remember the famous story where, Biden's up there running his mouth, saying, all you need is one of these. Talks about a shotgun. And it's like, okay, well, first off, you're saying to discharge a shotgun out in the middle of your damn neighborhood, scare people off your property. That's a felony, or if not, at least a violation of civil code in that county. But furthermore, I'll be more than happy just to have a Winchester or whatever when all your damn Secret Service detail carry the same thing.
Right.
Because
exactly.
I should be entitled to the same level of protection that your stupid ass is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're all equal civilians in the United States. And it's terrible that they just set up on their damn pedestals, right? And I'm talking about every senator, every single one of them. And I'm not excluding anybody, but they get to have private security. They get to have at our expense, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all these people get to have protection, but they're saying we can't have our protection. Okay. That sounds fair. Let me tell all y'all what to do. Why don't you go? Why don't you go if they start doing all this and implementing these laws? Just so y'all know, this law is saying that um, if they get this bill through, they pretty much get to choose who's a domestic terrorist. Y'all know that, right? Are y'all aware of that? I don't know if any of y'all seen it yet. I kind of got a prelim of it. So if you're and it reads a domestic terrorist or anybody that could be or willing to be in the commission of a gun crime or violent crime cannot have a firearm. So guess what? Everybody that was at January 6th, you're a domestic terrorist. How about that? It's just that easy. They get to determine it. And you talked about the teachers earlier.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that took what, 3 days for Congress to push that out to the FBI for them to start investigating parents.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what they label them as, y'all? Domestic
terrorists. Because you care about what's being taught to your kids in the school you pay fucking taxes for. Yeah. And they wonder why people want vouchers.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'm going to post something in the description here, y'all, after this video is over. It's pretty, costs a little bit of money, but you can go through and become a actual licensed security guard. So when you're walking around with your weapon, you just tell them, I'm security. Here's my license. Well, who are you guarding? I'm guarding myself. So if that's the way they want to label it or play the game, you know, they're messing with the wrong one. I'm going to tell you that right now.
There's always more than one way to skin a cat.
Right.
Just saying.
And I mean, you know, that video that I played earlier, that soundbite for y'all, you know, it was talking about it's kind of like, you know, you got predators and prey, right? So a cheetah is a predator, and what did he say, a gazelle or some shit like that? No, antelope. So if an antelope is the prey, right? Are you going to take his antlers away to stop him from defending himself? I mean, think about it.
No.
So if they take all our weapons away, then guess who's going to defend us? Nobody. Oh, the government's here to help.
Oh,
Sure.
No. Whenever the government says they're here to help, you better head to the hills.
Run.
GTFO right then.
Man.
I mean, think about this. Using the narrative that these crooked ass politicians use. Guns kill people. All right. It's the gun's fault. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but apparently my shit before I got lost in a boating accident must have all jumped up, snuck out the damn window, and did some crazy shit downtown and come back and hid back in the safe. You know, that's all I can figure because I didn't witness it. But, you know, since then, of course, it fell off the boat in the boating accident. But that being said, if you're going to go that far out and be that asinine, and I granted, a lot of our people in society are sheeple. That's what they are. You can feed them hook, line, and sinker, and they'll believe the shit if it's on CNN or MSNBC. No question. So if you're going to ban a gun because it's killing people, then when are you going to ban cars? When are you going to ban airplanes? When are you going to ban pocket knives or kitchen knives? When are you going, I mean, the list is endless. Pick something. Hell, ban alcohol. That shit kills people. I bet statistically, if you go back and do your research, more people die from a damn automobile accident or a DUI than do from a gun violence. Now, I may be wrong, but I'd be willing to do the research and see. You might find out that there's a point.
Yeah, so I'm pulling up something now, and I think ladders killed more people than guns did last year. But, you know, you can't believe everything on the internet either, so. But y'all, I mean, y'all remember, guns. As far as guns, it's a much higher portion. It's 54% that's suicide, right? But nobody mentions that.
Oh, I'm about to drop some facts on you, brother. Of course, they're gonna try and bury it where I can't find what I want. Well, you know how it is. You try to ask a simple question, and of course, Google it wants to jump through hoops and give you some Democratic math from 1920.
Well, check this out. So there were 6.2 gun murders per 100,000 people in 2020, right? Which is below the rate of 7.2 per 100,000 in 1974.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm about to really drop some facts on you. Listen to this shit, okay?
Mm-hmm.
In 2020, all right, in 2020, and this was conducted by the CDC. They do nothing but drop facts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number of gun-related deaths. Now, mind you, gun-related. That means you could have dropped the sumbitch and shot your foot off and bled to death. You could have been trying to clean it and your dumbass didn't check the chamber and went off and shot you in the head. Your girlfriend caught you screwing around and shot you. I mean, just pick something, all right? It wasn't all school shootings and robberies of the Circle K. Number of gun-related deaths, 45,222. That's fact, okay? Guess how many deaths by DUI in 2020 there were? Just take a guess.
20,000.
Oh, no. I'll let you guess again.
100,000. It's about
11,654.
Wow.
Okay. That's a lot. Now, it's not as much as I thought it would be, but it's still quite a bit. And if you're going to sit there and you're going to say one thing or another, that's a pretty damn big number too. And see, if you actually go into the gun deaths and you remove the accidental discharges, you remove the spouse lighting up her husband because he was screwing around or trying to attack her, you eliminate all that shit and just go straight for the murders and stuff, I have a feeling that 45,000 be a lot damn lower. Just saying. Because the CDC, they're going to bundle all that shit together. Just like when COVID was here and, the hospitals were bundling. If you had a hangnail and died, it was from COVID. So they're going to do the same thing with these statistics.
Right. So unintentional deaths with no weapons involved was 200,955 last year.
Mm-hmm.
Unintentional fall deaths was 42,000.
See, falling deaths. Yeah. So
motor vehicle traffic deaths was 40,698.
Well, see,
unintentional poisoning deaths, 87,000.
Well, it sounds to me like we got a whole bunch of shit we need to nerf.
Right.
I mean, don't need no steps, don't need no ladders, don't need no alcohol, don't need no cars. I mean, if our bed shitter in chief wants to make us a nanny state, he better get after it. He's got a lot of shit he's got banned.
I get this number. Unintentional visits to the hospital or physicians for unintentional injuries last year was 24.8 million.
Holy crap.
That's accidents, you know what I'm saying? Like bumping your head on a door jamb or take yourself with a razor blade or something stupid, right? So, yeah. Actually, it says, I got some serious weather here, y'all.
Yeah, I hear it.
Number of emergency department visits for unintentional injuries last year was 97.9 million people.
that hail or is that rain?
It's rain. Oh,
Wow.
hell.
I hope you got your place on pontoons. It might float away. Well, I mean, I can't. You can't go by statistics. Most of the statistics we read or see are presented in a light to make you sway one way or the other. I believe if we dug down and really looked, you'd see straight up that these numbers don't truly reflect murders and things of that nature. Now, don't get me wrong, any death, any loss of life is a tragedy. I'm not taking away from that. But, we all know that the political machine we have in place in Washington, they will spin any figure they have, use fuzzy math, carry shit to the nth power to make it halfway seem like they're right. So, you just got to take all that take it all into consideration when they're presenting these facts. I mean, look at Europe. They don't have guns. And, you heard Biden yesterday or whenever it was ranting when he really should have been calling for the nation to all come together and, heal from this experience. The only thing he wanted to do is push an agenda and talk about how much longer we're going to put up with this. Yeah, I'm sure that's what those families needed to hear in the town of, I can't pronounce the name correctly, but the town of Texas. I'm sure that's what they wanted to hear. They wanted to hear the president get up there and, talk his propaganda when they were all hurting and reeling from this kind of tragedy. I mean, that's what, if I was a parent or grandparent, that's exactly what I expect. It's just, it's a travesty, and taking away rights to further that's not the route to go either. And like I was saying, in Europe, the same place he was talking about how it's so much better there because they don't have guns. Yeah, they just get delivery trucks that run through damn streets and shit and kill people. I mean, they've done it in France. They've done it in England. I mean, he'll pick a country. So he doesn't want us to have firearms to protect ourselves, but, you can hop in one of them damn trucks, run that son of a bitch up and down the road and just play,
Right, but those countries you just mentioned, I'm back by the way. I had to jump over to the network went out, but those countries you just mentioned are also the leading locations for abductions.
Yep.
Guess why? Because the civilians don't have weapons.
Nope. They have harsh language and sticks.
That's it.
Well, I mean, we all know that the reason the whole New World Order, whatever bullshit they keep trying to push and deny at the same time, it all comes from the very thing. The United States is a thorn in its side because we have the Constitution. The First and Second Amendment are a real problem. The Second Amendment's the biggest problem because it gives us the ability to fend off tyranny if it comes to that. And that's why they want to disarm the people, in my opinion. It's a long game.
Yeah, I mean, and people's not picking up on this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I've been doing some research on it, which I do a lot of researching, and it makes no sense. Like the number one cause of deaths last year was heart attacks.
Yeah, I believe that.
But you don't see them shutting down McDonald's.
Nope.
You don't see them stop selling of over-processed foods with a bunch of damn herbicides and shit mixed in with it. The second one was what, cancer? I think it was cancer.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's countries that have proven that they have treatments for that. You don't see it rolling out here.
Nope. It's all about this right here.
Mm-mm-mm.
I mean, I'm with you, brother. I mean, it's selective. What's the word I'm going to? I guess selective enforcement, kind of. They're only going to pursue something being a health risk if it fits a narrative. We've had health risks throughout our lives, everyone here, ranging from drinking out of a garden hose to getting that damn Whopper with extra cheese at Burger King. Let's just be real. So, it's all about choices. You're going to tell me that I can do one thing or the other, but you're not going to, more people die from these other things than they do from the very thing you're trying to use as your campaign platform. Every time you get on the stump, this is your speech. You want to do something for the American people and for the world and leave a legacy. How about pushing curing cancer or Alzheimer's or, I don't know, infant mortality rates or something. Find something worthwhile instead of pushing damn propaganda. Do something that's actually going to resonate and help someone.
Well, I'm about to piss off some leftards right quick.
That's all right. I got your 6.
Let's see if I can get it to load up. All right, so how many gun deaths did we say we had?
45,222 in the year 2020. Now that was across the board. That wasn't broke down into different categories.
Let me see if I can get it. I'm going to pull it up for 2020. That way it's a matching. All right. Now, these are reported now. These are the only ones that's been reported.
Yep.
All right. You want to take a guess how many deaths occur by abortion? 2020? Let's go ahead and piss the left off.
I'm scared to even fathom.
Take a crazy guess.
120,000.
No, man.
More?
Oh, yeah.
600,000.
629,898.
You got to be shitting me.
Not
seriously?
And that can be fact checked by YouTube. Now, 2021. Take another guess. Just crazy guess.
Can I get a hint? Higher or lower?
Higher.
820,000.
You're close. 908.
Oh shit. Okay, so now you didn't got me started on another narrative. All right, so you're gonna bitch and moan over. Let's just go ahead and give them the benefit of the doubt and say it's 45,222 people got shot for whatever reason, and you want to ban guns behind that. But you're okay with abortions that kill damn near 1 million people a year. What the fuck?
Because they control that. That's why. It's all about control, right?
Well, the whole thing is that, as I said before, they don't want us to have weapons. Nothing on par with what they've got. Who's up to them with your slingshots? But the abortion issue angle, the only thing abortion is to politicians is a way to pander for votes. They could care less, in my opinion, most of your politicians.
Wow, look at that, hillbilly. 1.9 billion approved to strengthen Capitol Police today.
Strengthen them how? What are they gonna do? Let them all ride around damn MRAPs?
They're gonna give them single shot 22 caliber pistols. You can't have an assault weapon. And let me go ahead and clarify. I hate when they use that assault weapon.
Single
Okay.
choir.
An AR is not an assault weapon unless it's used as to assault somebody. That's definition. So any weapon can be considered an assault weapon. A damn baseball bat, a golf club, a tennis racket, a rubber band can be called an assault weapon. I mean, it just come on, really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. That old hillbilly.
An assault weapon to me is anything that is either A, under 16 inches, B, select fire, C, fully auto. Period. That's it. And even then, I'm not going to necessarily call it an assault weapon. That is a term that the government coined and the politicians. A civilian can't get an assault weapon without going through class 3. You know this.
Yeah.
And the average person isn't going. I've schooled so many damn liberals on that shit. It ain't even funny. If I had a nickel for every time I did that, I could vacation to Tahiti. I mean, they just assume whatever they're being told. They just spoon feed that shit.
Yep. But, in a nutshell, more gun laws equals less opposition for criminals, in my opinion. I mean, that's just the way it goes. I've said this many times to everybody that watches us. In no way will I ever advocate for gun violence, but I will advocate for protection. So you need to go out and get your cordless hole punch just as soon as you can if you don't have one. Yeah. No particular stud size on that either.
Nope.
The only bad one is the one you don't have.
That's it.
But
if you pull the trigger on your hole punch and it punches a hole, it's a good hole punch.
Yep.
Doesn't matter who makes it.
That's right. Well,
I'm just saying.
Speaking of that, I got to finish that video up too. I got bits and pieces of it together. It's easier doing lives than it is to do a pre-recorded video, just so y'all are aware.
Yeah.
You gotta edit, take out, edit. Plus I ain't gonna put no shitty shots on there. So if I don't make a good shot, I'm editing that out, backing it up. I'm gonna do something like a 500-yard shot, and then I'm gonna walk up to it like 10 foot away and make sure it's in the bulb. I'm kidding, y'all. I'm kidding. It'll be real time. We ain't gonna have Jay here, so it'll be fine.
Poor Jay.
Just so y'all know, grouping patterns with a shotgun does not count.
Oh,
Hey,
damn.
I gotta pick on him. He ain't here to defend himself. That's the best time.
Yeah, because he'll give as good as it gets.
Yeah, oh yeah. If you don't believe Jay won't throw it down, just go ahead, give it a shot.
Yeah, sure. He certainly will.
Anyway,
Absolutely.
you got anything for the live stream there, T? Before we
basically, everybody take a moment, say a prayer for folks in Buffalo and folks in Texas. Say a prayer for this nation. There's a lot of people hurting, and if things don't get better, I fear there's going to be a lot more people hurting, and we don't want that. This is not the world or the country we want to live in or have our children inherit from us. So just take a moment. If that's your thing. If it's not, hey, deuces, I understand. But if you're somebody of faith, take a moment and do it. Stay aware of what's going on. Be situationally aware. Stay strapped. Stay dangerous. That's all I got.
copy that. I'm gonna go a little further on that. As far as prayers, let's just pray for everybody that's susceptible to our non-mentally stable people that live among us, because in the last 10 days there's been 16 mass shootings, just so y'all are aware of that, and that's in the last 10 days. I think I mentioned that before. Some of it doesn't fit the propaganda that needs to be put out, so it kind of gets overlooked. But y'all research it. I mean, it's crazy. There's a lot of stuff going on that people are not aware of. Just always watch CNN. They'll tell you the truth.
There you go. Nothing but facts there, buddy.
Yeah, I think they were actually talking about making CNN a comedy network. I can't think. Somebody said that. I forgot who told me that.
Late night with Don Lemon.
Yeah. I know who told me about it. Hillary Clinton emailed me about it. Don't ask her though. Don't ask her if she emailed me, because she's going to delete it and deny it. So
yep, she'll be trying to tear up them hard drives in that server in her bathroom.
And the famous words of Jesse Smollett: "I did not do it. I am not suicidal." A little bit of fun. Anyway, y'all stay safe out there. Thank y'all for swinging by. Remember, hit that like button on the way out. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the bell for notifications. We will see y'all next Tuesday. Y'all keep an eye out for that video. I should have it punctuated and everything done by the weekend. I don't own any of the weapons that are going to be used in this video, so I'm just just saying. I don't have any weapons. Yeah. So anyway, y'all take care. Much love. Y'all be safe out there. Watch your six and protect your children. I'll see y'all on the next one. Deuces.
Night, everybody.